What they say? Come on, I just wanna have fun.
Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room, everyday celebration. Take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta keep at it. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, DJ.
Living my life with no regrets.
So I title,
drop that voicemail, folks. 804-592-6160. I just wanna have fun.
Come and pick me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night to the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride.
Don't it feel good? Hey, hey, hey.
Don't it feel good? Don't it feel?
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the one, the only All Rise. Today, guys, we're not going to do Simply Ravishing. We're not going to do any of that. Obviously, as Yankee fans, we don't have much to feel simply ravishing about after yesterday's news regarding Jasson Dominguez. But what we will do early in this morning, folks, is I would like for us to have a quick moment of silence to, of course, remember the almost 3,000 people that we lost on September 11th of 2001. Tonight on Game Season Live, folks, we are remembering many of those heroes, especially one being the father of Ra Thompson, who is always in our chat, one of my closest friends. So yes, let's cut over here. And of course, guys, give us a second just to remember the many that were lost on 9/11 in 2001. All right, everybody, let's jump right into All Rise this morning. I, of course, have my
cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
I have my cup of coffee in the big times, folks, because let me tell you right now, we do have a show today, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hear from a lot of you today regarding the very, very upsetting news regarding Jasson Dominguez, which is truly upsetting, man. You know, it's funny because I don't even have the words to say for it. You know, if it's going to happen, and we know now that it is going to happen, Jasson Dominguez is likely going to have, well, he's going to have Tommy John surgery. I just hope the Yankees don't stretch this thing out. Have the surgery and let's get it going. Have the surgery and let's go, folks. Let's get to it. Let's get him back on the field sometime in 2024, and we're going to figure it out. But there's no other way to explain it besides it's deflating. You know what I mean? We had a terrible year. We had a terrible 2023. No question about it. But we were provided with a little bit of hope moving forward. And that was, of course, in the form of the young players on this club being led by Jasson Dominguez, who looked fantastic in every aspect of his game. And now we get the news, of course, that Jasson Dominguez has a complete UCL tear. He's going to need Tommy John surgery. And a lot of people are reporting, 8 to 9 months, 8 to 10 months. We may not see him till August, maybe July. And, there's basically what today's show is going to be about. We want to talk about Dominguez, of course. And I also want to talk about the procedure and the comparisons with Bryce Harper and also who could replace him moving forward. But again, guys, drop a voicemail. I want to hear from you guys today. Bada bing, bada boomski, 804-592-6160. So again, guys, that is the news right there. You already know it. It's from Brian Hoke. Jasson Dominguez's season is over. Didn't think I would be saying that today or yesterday or even seeing this headline. And he is likely to miss the first half of 2024 while recovering from Tommy John surgery. The thing is for Dominguez, and I'm going to start here and then we'll get into voicemails and all that fun stuff. And again, thank you so much to everybody that is joining us on All Rise today. Please go ahead and hit the like button for us. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Jasson Dominguez is 20 years old, and it is probably the worst news of this season. We've had a lot of bottom of the barrel moments. As Joe Randazzo says right here, the Yankees have had a lot of lows, but Jasson Dominguez tearing his UCL has to be the worst thing to happen in 2023. I do not disagree with this. I think he is 100% correct, no doubt about it. Because in many, many ways, folks, we again had something to be excited about as Yankee fans during a terrible season. And once we get something good, the baseball gods look at us and go, nah. It is not your year to have anything of excitement. We got to take it away. We are not allowed to have, as Yankees Farm says, a glimmer of hope. We are not allowed to have that. We are going to be pulled back, and you must suffer for all of 2023. And guys, I think it's fair to say that I am not the person that goes out there and just is overly optimistic about every situation. I have never been that guy that can look at any situation and find optimism. And in this moment, I am not finding optimism, but what I am finding is what I wrote right here. And I want to discuss this for a little while before we get into the first voicemails of the day, and we already got quite a few loaded up. Harper came back in about 6 months, if not sooner. It was actually sooner than that, based off this article right here. Bryce Harper rejoins Phillies 160 days after Tommy John surgery. That's 5 months and a week or so. So he did it very, very quick. But I'm going to give you the pros and cons about this. Dominguez is 20 years old, and we know the younger body heals faster, which I think the best thing about him getting this is that he is 20 years old. So he should heal a lot quicker. I'm not trying to be optimistic in any way, but Dominguez could be back in early 2024 if the Yankees want to be aggressive. This is also where Stanton clogging up the DH spot hurts this club. Now, here's the thing that I'm going to talk about in a couple of different situations. Bryce Harper was able to come back. One, he also DH'd, and he came back to play first base. Originally, he DH'd, then he played first base. So there is the difference there in that regard, that Bryce Harper didn't have to worry about making outfield throws and things of that nature. The Yankees could do that with Dominguez and DH him, but they got Giancarlo Stanton there, Mr. No Knees himself, Stantonstein, Frankencarlo. Giancarwashed is currently stuck on the Yankees roster, and they probably can't move him. And if they can, I think you have to move him. But we also got to remember, folks, that this is the New York Yankees. This is a club that is not, and I repeat, they are not going to rush Stanton. I wish they rushed him off the roster. Rush him there. They are not gonna rush Jasson Dominguez coming back from Tommy John surgery. So would it shock me that we do not see him for the first time until August? No, that wouldn't shock me at all. And by all means, I want to be fair here. They probably shouldn't rush their young phenom back, to be fair. And I know it's not what anybody wants to hear, because I don't want to hear it. But when I sit back and I go, the kid is 20 years old. He'll be 21 next season. Gets the surgery quick. He should get the surgery as soon as humanly possible, by the way. He should get the surgery before October hits. And that's my concern with the Yankees. He should see James Andrews, get another diagnosis, make sure it's good. Bing. Surgery should be scheduled. Get it done as quick as possible. Let him get to that recovery process immediately. And again, folks, it probably is the right idea to let him take his time. At the end of the day, the one thing I always say, the Yankees are the New York Yankees. The Yankees can go out there and build their club up. They can go out there and make certain moves to make their team better potentially. What those moves are, we'll get into it. We're going to talk about some of those moves the Yankees could potentially make, and they could go out there and try to add to this club. We could do all that. But it's nothing to be excited about, of course, folks. It's nothing at all to be excited about. It's nothing at all to truly look forward to. We'll start looking forward to it when the season begins next year. And we start hearing that Dominguez could be back in July. He could be back in early August, whatever it is. All-Star break, whatever it is. But there truly is no need to rush Dominguez. And trust me, even based on my tweet, guys, you see it. I would love to rush him back. I would love to get him back as quick as we can. But there is going to be talent available. There's players out there. We know some of the names. We're going to talk about some of those names. But probably leave it alone. My concern, if there is one concern I have, Jasson Dominguez apparently mentioned it to the Yankees. I think they said on Tuesday that something was bothering his right elbow, and they continued to let the kid play. So I don't know the backstory of that on that. I don't want to go ahead and, point fingers to anybody. This was probably going to happen. It was probably a slight tear already, and this just kind of wiped it out. But apparently on Tuesday, he brought it up to the Yankees' attention that the elbow was bothering him, and they continued to play him. So I don't know. We'll go from there. But let's get to our first voicemail of the day.
Hey, Pete Manchu King in the ring, and I gotta say that new message is off the chain, brother. Yeah. And I want to give a what's up to all the savages in the underground. The winning streak ended last night as Rodon got shellacked and pulled too late from the game. But I heard he'll be okay because Baboon baked him some cookies, threw on some Taylor Swift music, and blew him some kisses. Yeah. Keeping it 100, I like to leave messages and joke around in the chat. But there are some clowns out there that are being being disrespectful and starting trouble, yeah.
Oh, this was from last week. I saved that one from last week. My bad, guys. That was from Friday. That's the one I saved because it was so good. My bad. I'm playing one that Macho King, I'm pretty sure you probably got another one out there, but that was your one from Friday. So let's get to the actual first voicemail of the day. My bad, guys.
Hey, this is Joey from the Bronx. How you doing?
How you doing?
Well, I too have finally given up on this season after hoping and praying for a miracle, even doing my best Ric Flair imitation. Nothing worked. All right, so we got to start looking towards next year, next season.
Yep.
And on that point, I think there's a lot to be hopeful about because finally Hal Steinbrenner seems to have assumed the role of a real owner. He has recognized that not analytics per se, but the way in which it's employed by the front office is flawed, and that Brian Cashman is responsible for the roster and how all of that turned out. And Hal has stepped in and overruled Brian Cashman. He kept him from making any trades at the deadline. He's the one who apparently pushed to have the young players be called up and that the direction of the game is towards more younger and more athletic players. So there's a silver lining in the way that this season has turned out. And I guess you had to hit rock bottom for it to serve as a catalyst for the owner to finally step in. And so it's almost irrelevant if Cashman and or Boone come back next year or not, because they'll be kept on a tight leash now by a new reinvigorated spirit of George coming through in Hal Steinbrenner. And they'll be kept on a tight leash, I hope, and no longer enslaved to the number crunchers at the front office. So I'm optimistic about next year. Let's hope it turns out the way we hope it will. All right, keep doing what you're doing. I love the show.
Thank you, Joey. And, you brought up a valid point. I do think that there is still optimism that should be out there. It's just that we have taken so many damn hits. And then to find a player who we're already kind of penciling in for next year going, okay, Judge got a little protection now. He's a middle of the order bat. Maybe, somewhere in that 1 through 5 range, wherever you place him, you got to be excited about that. And to have that kind of pulled away from us, it does hurt and it does suck. And it does take away from 2024. It does take away from the rest of this year. But we got to live with it. And we got to hope that maybe Hal Steinbrenner has seen enough. Maybe having the bad season. Maybe doing what we do here. Don LaGreca himself brought up that this alternative media that is out there, not the mainstream guys, the other guys pushing these narratives are making a difference. I tend to believe we are one of those. And, we are fans. We are real fans of this club. Real talk for the real fan. That's why it's the motto of NYY Underground. We love this team. This team is part of our life. And we want to see what is best for them. And I think we know better than the majority of people. Not just us. I'm talking about everybody that's a part of this community. I think we can see and kind of take the blinders off and put our love aside for a second and go, there are real issues here. And until those real issues are solved, we're probably not going to take that right step forward. And that's the issue with this club right now. And maybe, just maybe, I am not yet sold that Hal Steinbrenner has kind of said, enough is enough, we're done. That's it. That's it. Things are going to change here. I am not sold on that yet. But I will again go off of what I reported. I will go off on what I originally reported right after the deadline. You can see the YouTube video. It is an exclusive NYY Underground report well before anybody else talked about Hal Steinbrenner, and everybody said I was nuts yet again to be proven right. Hal Steinbrenner put his foot down at the deadline and said, forget making any moves at all. Don't make anything. Call the kids up. Now, I was only told about Everson Pereira and potentially Wells being called up. He went further than that, of course, with Dominguez. But at the end of the day, folks, this is very, very good. Very, very good news that happened in the sense it's very, very possible. It is very, very possible that he has now started to see what the fans have gotten very, very upset with. The lack of calling up young players. And if I'm Hal Steinbrenner, I'm sitting there looking at this team now and how they've played compared to how they were playing before and the excitement level. And I'm sitting there going, so again, Brian, you're supposed to know this organization from top to bottom. Why were none of these guys given a chance before? Not even talking Dominguez. Why were we continuing to play garbage when we have all these young guys in the system? And I am also not patting him on the back. I'm not saying great job, Hal, you did everything right. Not at all. I'm not doing that at all. Because if you got to go out there and go, we want an outside company to come in to let us know how our business is being ran. If that's the case, the guy that's been here for 20-something years probably should be fired, to be fair. The guy who's been here since the dinosaur age should probably be fired, but he's still here. That's the first step I would take. But who knows, man? Let's continue on with the voicemails.
Hey, Pete, it's Eli here. And I want to add one thing to the Yoshinobu Yamamoto saga that's going on Twitter, whether we should sign him or not
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
sign him. But there's one thing that nobody is talking about in the Yamamoto situation.
Here we go.
We have an ace right now that just turned 33 years old. His name is Garrett Cole. Realistically, how many years does he have left in the tank as an ace? We've seen this before time and time again. A guy ages and his play goes down. The reason you sign Yamamoto is to have whatever is left of Cole as an ace. You have Yamamoto not have the pressure of ace immediately, and then you slowly graduate him to ace role and slowly put Cole into the number 2 role, which put Rodon in the 3. Because Rodon is not really an ace. He's more like a secondary ace to your ace. He could be an ace, but he's more a secondary guy. This is why you signed Yamamoto. You do not. It's an ace of the future. You have Cole be the ace for maybe the 2 or 3 more years he has left of being an ace. And then after that, Yamamoto.
Li, bro, you started the conversation saying you're talking about something that nobody has talked about. You just took 2 minutes of this show to tell everybody what they already knew. Are you... Bro, you got... Li, look, bro, you got to be trolling at this point. You got to be trolling. You started this thing off to say you're going to tell us something that nobody's talking about. To sign Yamamoto to pair with Cole and Rodon. We know that already. That's the point of getting them. It took you 2 minutes to break that down. Li, you are rewarded. You are awarded the Li comment of the day. Wow. My goodness. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this up.
How you doing, Pete? Yankee Mike here, early Sunday morning. Other community stuff I have to take care of again. I thought the Yankees were going to do a little bit better, but right back to hitting sucky again. Like I said last week, I just hope they can get over 500, keep that streak going. That's about the only thing they got to achieve this year, because everything else is shot to hell, as we all know. This off season, they're going to take some major evaluation what they're going to do with these players. Either going to make some trades, get some younger guys, or sign some free agents who are not past 30 that have a history of complete health and good production. They're going to have a whole lot of turnaround. Hopefully that's what they do. See what Hal does now, because this team definitely going to need help on the offensive side, not to mention the pitching. But hopefully to keep the young guys keep on playing, hopefully they produce and they can make a decision during the winter and maybe move some of them if they don't feel comfortable enough. They can get somebody that has a better performance that's already been playing, compared to these guys. But we'll see what happens. I'm not going to keep rambling on because I know you got other guys that want to get on. So, Pete, you have a great day and go Yankees!
Yeah, Yankee Mike, we're actually going to get to that point here momentarily when we talk about possible replacements next year and who can be out there. And another story, too, of course, you guys already know how I feel about Yamamoto. And I got some news to talk about with that. But we'll get to that right after this voicemail.
How you doing, Pete? Hey, man, with Dominguez out, this is exactly what you do not need as a Yankee fan. Okay, have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eric. Yes, every Yankee fan is obviously taking the news regarding Jasson Dominguez very badly. It sucks. It is what it is. But again, just like that, it is what it is. Let's switch on over to the secondary screen here. This is again from Joe Randazzo, but this is from a source on Yahoo Sports Japan, who says that the New York Yankees are expected to spend big on Yoshinobu Yamamoto, exceeding the contract they gave to Masahiro Tanaka, which was $155 million over 7 years. Now, we were talking about 7 years, maybe, 140, 150. It's probably going to go 7 years, 170, around that mark, 7, 8 years even. And again, guys, I just want it to be known that people need to understand that Yoshinobu Yamamoto may just be, again, I want to just let people understand this on why it may take that much money. He might be the greatest pitcher to ever come out of Japan based on numbers alone. He has great stuff. If you saw my video the other day, he has about a mid-90s fastball, tops out at about 97, 98. He got a great splitter. One of the best curveballs you'll see, and based off the way he throws it, it looks like it's coming from his neck. And it just, boop, loops. Perfect loop, beautiful pitch. And also a good changeup to go along with that. So he is somebody that I've asked around a lot about recently. I know I had Dane working on that too to get some more information on him. But from what I've been told, man, from everybody I've spoken to regarding Yamamoto, is the best way to compare him to make Yankee fans understand is a better version of Hiroki Kuroda with better stuff, more dominating stuff. I tell you what, man, it looks like the Yankees are going to spend a lot of time to try to get him. He is to go along with Cole, Yamamoto, Rodon, and then you build out that rotation. Again, knowing that Drew Thorpe is there, those are the type of moves the Yankees have to make this offseason to make this fan base happy. To truly make this fan base kind of get on board to the many other things that we should be looking forward to. But before we go there, before we get any further and go any further from that, I want to discuss who could replace Dominguez the rest of this year and, of course, going into next year. But we got a super chat here.
Thank you for being a friend.
DJ Steele says, since it's 9/11, it reminds me of a joke, a dark joke. What do lasagna and 9/11 have in common? They both have ground meat. I'll head out. My God. Hey, look, that is DJ Steele's personality, folks. That is who he is. I didn't say it. All right, if anybody wants to beat the shit out of him in the comment section, you go right ahead and beat the shit out of him in the comment section. I did not say it. Just letting you guys know I didn't say it. All right, leave it there. Moving on to the next thing. And Yankee Farm just said it, and this is directly via Yankee Farm. There he is, guys. Estevan Florial again. Yesterday had a big home run, 2 home run day. Absolutely love this guy. I hope the Yankees call him up and he gets the rest of the year. I get it. I get that there's many fans that do not want to see this kid get a shot, and I have no idea why. But there's many Yankee fans out there that do not want to give Estevan Florial a shot at all. They do not want to see Estevan Florial get a chance with the Yankees. He is a 4A player, folks, and that is it. There is no conversation to have about it. Estevan Florial does not deserve a chance. But we're going to see. Do the Yankees sit there and go, we could play IKF in center field the rest of the way. Everson Pereira could play center field. We figure some things out. Do we do that? Or do we go the way of let Estevan Florial get the rest of the year? Let's see who this kid is. Maybe next year he can start on the team as a 4th outfield or whatever it may be. Let's give this kid this chance, guys. He has had an amazing year. And look, one of the things I talk about a lot when it comes to the young players, it's really simple. It's really, really simple. The kid has done the job in AAA. Reward him. He's still 25. He's 25 years old. Reward him. What is it going to do to the New York Yankees to reward this kid a chance to play at this level? What is it going to do? How does that hurt the Yankees? Let him get the rest of September and say, hey, Flo, you're going to play in the outfield almost every day. Let's see what you got. Go out there and perform. No pressure on him. See what you got. I think it's a great idea, but we'll find out very soon if the Yankees will do it. Probably hear about a call-up of some sort pretty soon.
Thank you for being a friend.
Eric says, Pete, I still think Hal doesn't outbid Uncle Steve for Yamamoto. It's going to be interesting. I was also told this recently, is that Yamamoto prefers comfort over money. I don't know what that means, but look, let me tell you something. The Japanese culture is very, very different than us. It's very, very different than us. I'm not saying that a lot of Americans are not honorable. I'm not taking a shot at Americans or anybody else. But the Japanese culture is very, very much about honor. They have a lot of honor and respect. And if he's saying that, I tend to believe maybe he has a preference. I don't know. And we'll find out soon. But one of the things I feel like that might affect the New York Mets is they already have Kodai Senga. And a lot of Japanese pitchers do not want to go to the same team as another Japanese star, especially an ace going to another team with a Japanese ace on that team already. So I don't know if that's going to make any bit of a difference. I got no clue. I'm just going out there saying on things that I've known in the past. I don't know if this relates to this situation. It might. But let's continue with the voicemails.
What's up, Pete? It's Tyler here. Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't watch the game on Sunday because I was watching football all day. But I saw that we got no hit through 10 innings, which is just, I saw the lineup we put out there. And, to be honest, I'm not really surprised that happened, that we got no hit. And then all of a sudden we decide to hit in extra innings now. But I saw the Dominguez news. That's just pretty much ruined my day. As soon as I saw the news, because now, the question is, where do we go from here for next season? Because he's going to be out for most of next season now with Tommy John surgery. So that's a huge outfield piece that we're missing. Obviously, one of our top prospects. And we have a lot of expectations for him. We expect him to do good and all that. And now he's going to be out for most of the year. So heading into the off season now, because I think it's reasonable to just look to the offseason at this point because we're not going to make the postseason anyway.
Yep.
But do you see us go? Is it more likely for us to go out there and get like a new outfitter now, like someone like Cody Bellinger? I know a lot of teams are going to be out there trying to get him. So do you think he is a definite possibility that we can go out and get him to stick him in center field? Because obviously with the roster we have right now, I mean, we have Pereira and Judge out there right now, but I mean, obviously center fielder, obviously IKF is not an everyday player as much as I like him, but I don't know. That news is just devastating, but do you think the main plan is to go out and get Bellinger? But yeah, thanks, Pete. Have a great one.
Thank you, Tyler. Again, always great voicemails that you leave on All Rise. But let's switch over to this and let's talk about those three options that are probably out there that I would say the three best options that we know of as of right now that could be available to the New York Yankees. Of course, one is Cody Bellinger, folks, who is going to have a phenomenal offseason when it comes to making some money. He's going to relax, sit back, and somebody is going to knock this guy's socks off when it comes to the money. Now, I'll explain why he makes sense to the New York Yankees. One, he does not, as much as people say this, they go, yeah, but he's going to block some of the outfield prospects. No, he's not. Not at all. He would not block any outfield prospect. The reason being, you can easily sit there and talk with Cody Bellinger and go, hey, look, this year we need you in the outfield, but the plan is next year is to put you at first base. And he could become the Yankees' regular first baseman. And, you know, that is something I think that will make a lot of sense for the Yankees if a guy like Bellinger was to transition over from the outfield to first base, you know, in maybe his second year, because we got Rizzo for next year. I don't know how much the Yankees are going to get out of Rizzo, if anything at all. That's why it's probably important to keep DJ LeMahieu around. But I don't know how much the Yankees get out of Anthony Rizzo. And that is, again, why I go back to saying, I don't know if Brian Cashman, to me, just is not the guy, man. He's not the guy moving forward because I don't believe he thinks that way. I don't believe he thinks in that sense to, I'm going to look even beyond this year. Or what is Anthony Rizzo? Can we trade him? Can we move Rizzo? Is there a way that that's possible? I don't know. But I do think Cody Bellinger is a smart option. Again, guys, the guy on the year is having a phenomenal season, hitting .318 on the season, a .551 slug, and .361 on base percentage, 25 homers, 20 stolen bags. Great defense that we all know about. No doubt about it. He is a phenomenal ball player. The next name is a guy that everybody knows I absolutely love. El Diablo. Juan Soto. Everybody knows how high I am on Juan Soto. I love this guy. I just feel like he should be a Yankee. He is one of the most marketable players in Major League Baseball. When it comes to being in New York City, it makes all the sense in the world. And there's rumors out there already that the Padres are going to deal him this offseason. I think even Jeff Passan wrote about that not that long ago, that he's probably going to be moved in the offseason. He has 1 year left before a huge contract offer is coming his way. I already know what Yankee fans think. I get it. I understand. Yankee fans are sitting there going, oh my God, you know, it's not going to happen. We talk about it every year, blah, blah, blah. Here's the difference, folks. You can't ask for a shit ton with 1 year left. Either you wait and he walks away, trade him at the deadline, and you're definitely not getting as much. The best idea for the San Diego Padres moving forward would be to trade him now. Would be to trade Juan Soto right now. And if the Yankees put a deal together with guys not named, Jasson Dominguez, Anthony Volpe, and maybe Drew Thorpe, you leave those three out, I still believe the Yankees could easily pull off a deal. you center something around Spencer Jones. You center something around maybe a Hampton or another starting pitcher or two. And then another player, maybe a Everson Pereira. And you deal 4 guys, which might be a lot. Wow. It's still a lot, but I think that will be a move you would have to consider doing.
Thank you for being a friend.
DJ Steele says Soto to first base. My God. I mean, look, I get it, folks. He's a bad outfielder. We understand that. He is not the greatest outfielder in the world. I get it. He has a great arm. You see his range is absolute ass based off StatCast. We know that already, though. But again, Soto's one of those guys that, he is one of those guys that you look at as like the bad defensive catcher, but they hit the ball like crazy. Like Jorge Posada all those years, Mike Piazza his whole career. And you sit there and go, I mean, hey, man, get out there and catch the routine plays. Make those routine plays. You know what I mean? Make those routine plays. And we're going to be okay. We're going to be happy about that. You make those routine plays and we're good to go. Hit the ball. Get on base at a 400% clip, at a 40% clip. Do all that. And we have no concern about Juan Soto. We have no concern about what you are going to do. You just go ahead and do that. We're okay with that. We're 100% okay with that, all right? And go ahead and do that. No issues, no worries at all. Be bad over there. The last name we have is Jung-Ho Lee. Jung-Ho Lee, as you guys know, is the Korean-born player. And by all means, Jung-Ho Lee comes from... You guys seen, we did a big report on it. Sin Wook, who is part of our team, wrote an amazing article on Jung-Ho Lee. And I'll take some time to talk about him real quickly. Very, very speedy defensive outfielder in center field. Great hand-eye coordination. Doesn't face much over 93 miles an hour because in Korea, guys usually top out at 93 miles an hour. They don't have guys like Japan or America that are, throwing smoke. But, could be a smart move for the Yankees. Even so, if they traded for Juan Soto, because now he replaces that. Now, Jung-Ho Lee gives you back a legitimate outfield prospect. And there's some people that go, maybe he starts in AAA. And the Yankees would then call him up. Maybe he goes right to the majors. We don't know. But again, you look at this guy's career numbers, 355 average, 336, 333, 360, 349, 319 before his injury this year. On-base percentages, 412, 386, 397, 438, 421, 407. Slugging, 477, 456, 524, 522, 575. OPS is well above 900, high 800s. Here's the thing that I want to bring up about this that everybody got to remember. Okay? Everybody got to remember this. Even if this was AA numbers, even if these are AA numbers, it's fantastic. So that's the thing I want to bring up to people. Even if, the Korean League is like AA. In America, which I'm going to go ahead and say I think AA in America will be better, actually, just to say it. I think it'll be actually better. But even so, those are fantastic numbers. And even again, if you look at this as minor league numbers, it's still a guy you look at and go, damn, that's not bad. That's not bad. And he's a lefty, and he's known for his defense in center field. He also never looked overmatched in the World Baseball Classic. He also comes from a family, a long, long family of baseball players. I believe his father or his grandfather is known as the greatest KBO player of all time. So he comes from a lineage of great baseball players. His hand-eye coordination is apparently one of the best things about him. Does that mean the Yankees get him? I don't know. I think as of right now, the Yankees 1A is Yamamoto. I think they make a severe play for him. I think all those questions about the Yankees going after Yamamoto was taken away once you saw Omar Minaya, Brian Cashman, and Hal Steinbrenner make a trip to Japan. And the day they see the kid, he throws a no-hitter. I think I would have looked right at Hal Steinbrenner and said, got your cash, you got your checkbook? Because I think we know what we're doing. So we'll figure this out pretty quick. But let's continue on with your voicemails, folks. Let me update this 1 second. Okay, there we go.
Hey, Pete Macho King in the
There he is.
How you doing? I want to give an old year to the underground. First and foremost, I want to send prayers to all the families who lost loved ones on 9/11 say thank you to all the heroic first responders, people on the scene, and military personnel. You are our lifeblood, and this country would not exist without you. Yeah. Now, talking about our Yankees, after getting the terrible news about the Martian's torn ACL, the Yankees proceeded to do what they've done and give us all a agita, getting no hit by every pitcher on the Brewers. But somehow they managed to win with that jabroni angel hernia open behind the plate. But we endured the Bataan Death March to get there, dig it. I hope the kid Jason will be okay when he returns. He'll have a new manager because Baboon looks like he gave us 2 weeks notice, And no one cares if Judge likes you. When he owns the team, he can pick the manager. They honored the 98 Yankees, and these palookas got to see what real baseball players look like. And those guys can still run faster than Gio Carlo statue, But at least they're done with Milwaukee, a city built on alcoholism. With the help of the Lord above, maybe we'll still have some players left by the 23rd. Oh, yeah!
Hey,
Red
man.
sucks.
Let me tell you something. There is absolutely nothing like my guy. There's nothing like my guy, Macho King, man, who, by the way, is going to be at the event on September 23rd. And I cannot wait to meet him. I can't wait to meet all you guys. And we're going to have an update on the 23rd. I think we might be able to get a few more tickets. I'll let you guys know, but let's continue on.
Good morning, Pete. Good morning, chat. This is Scarce AK-47.
Scarce.
How you doing? And that voice tone is absolutely hilarious. But just wanted to add, that last night game was absolutely atrocious. I don't know what to say to even any of that. They won the game, I don't know how, by a miracle, but they won. Also, I wanted to ask you a question, Pete.
Okay.
Is Jasson Dominguez an injured-prone player? Does he have history of getting injured a lot? Is this going to be something common where he's always injured, or is he going to be the next Stanton? Who knows? So I just wanted to see your opinion on that, and I hope everybody had a great weekend. God bless. Thank you, Rick.
No, not my understanding. I don't believe Jasson Dominguez has a history of being injury prone. I think Yankees farming here would know that even better than I do, but from my understanding, no, I do not believe he has a history of being injury prone at all. So I'm not overly concerned about that. Again, he's a young man. Look, people forget too, Gleyber Torres had Tommy John surgery. I think at 19 or 20, he had Tommy John surgery also. So, look, Tommy John in baseball nowadays, I hate saying it, but it's kind of like, hell, you got every player getting Tommy John nowadays. It used to always be a regular thing where it's like, all right, you got, the starting pitchers get him. You're worried about your young pitching prospects. Hell, to the point, some people sit back and go, get Tommy John surgery. Did he have Tommy John yet? You know what I mean? It's like, it has become almost expected that players get Tommy John. And now you're starting to see it more position players. It has become like a common damn thing. And hopefully, like I said, he's so young, he gets back quicker, he heals up faster, and it will never be a problem again. Let's hope that's the case.
Thank you for being a friend.
Rod Thompson says, how does this injury affect the Martian's throwing arm? Does that compromise his ability to play center field? Couple of things that I'm going to talk about, Rod, on that one, 100%. There is a chance that Jasson Dominguez will not have the same throwing arm after this. There is a chance of that. If anybody sits there and tells you, no, that's not true, Pete, yes, it is. Yes, it is. There is no question about it. A chance that Dominguez will not have the same throwing arm he had before. And you saw it. You saw he was injured. I went back on a game season live. He threw a ball home to center field. He threw from center field to home, and it bounced before the pitcher's mound. And I remember on game season, I said, that's not the arm that we've been told about. And now thinking back to that, I'm like, interesting. He was already injured. He was already hurt. He was already injured. And there it is. But there has been guys that have not fully recovered the same arm they had before. Is it possible he'll return back to normal? Yeah, of course. He could. But there's also the chance that he may never have the same throwing arm again. Here's the thing, though. Dominguez has always been seen as a corner outfielder. The majority of scouts you speak to would tell you, we believe he can handle center field, but I don't think he's a center fielder long term. So he probably is a left fielder long term. So, again, that's why it could make sense to still bring in a Juan Soto, because Soto can move the DH eventually once Stanton is done. Him and Judge could spend time. He could spend time in right field. They could switch on and off. It makes more sense. But Dominguez is probably going to be more of a left fielder anyway. But it could take time to recover and get that arm where it needs to be.
Hey, Pete. How you doing? Anyways, I think this offseason, Bellinger and Soto and even Yamamoto is a must at this point. So hear me out. Even if they go for Soto and Bellinger, gives Dominguez time to heal, get him right, and they're not really required or have to worry about signing Soto long term. I think it's a win-win for the season of 24. And all right, have a good one, my friend. Bye.
I mean, I'll be honest, like even talking about that right now, it just popped in my head. I still think the best first baseman for the Yankees is Bellinger. You know what I mean? I know he's going to get a lot of money. It's also safer to put him at first base. Hell, I wouldn't be mad at the Yankees if they go, hey, look, man, we're getting you to play first base and that's it. We don't want you in center field. We want you at first base. You got a history of injuries. We want you at first base. We want to try to limit that. We're going to trade Rizzo. I would love that. It would be a dream come true. And then maybe you trade for Soto. Soto right now is only going to cost prospects, not money. Money will come next year, or you still re-sign him. I don't know. But I go back to saying I think Yamamoto is the Yankees 1A. And you got to remember, here's something else to pay attention to, folks. Yankees also have a very solid crop of prospects. We don't know who's going to be available via the trade market. We don't know who's maybe available as a one-year guy. We don't know that. We don't know if they trade for a third baseman. We don't know what is yet available besides what we do know, which is free agency. All we know is free agency. We don't know all the players that are going to be moved. We don't know any of that yet. We don't even hear rumors yet. It's still early September. But there's many different ways the Yankees can go about this, so we'll see. Let's keep it rolling with voicemails, folks. We're probably going to roll out with voicemails the rest of today's show, as it's almost 12 already. I didn't even know. We'll go past 12 o'clock today and try to get most of these voicemails in. Let's get to the next one.
Yo, Pete, what's up? It's your boy Medina. How you doing?
How you doing?
What do you say about this nightmare season in 2023 of the New York Yankees? I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another. I mean, if it's not one bad thing that happens, something else tops that. Yep. And then to hear the news of Jasson Dominguez needing TJ surgery, oh, gosh. I mean, like we said in the chat yesterday, why can't we have nice things? I mean, what can you do? It is what it is, man. And the thing is, he was complaining about this injury in Houston. How come the medical staff didn't check it then? Have him go and see somebody. He played through that.
Yep.
And to me, that's another black guy on the medical staff.
Yep.
Right? I mean, if they knew he was complaining about it and he was in a little bit of pain, they should have had him checked out then. But, whatever, man. But, I just want the season to end. I'm sorry. I love my Yankees. I mean, but to see them, what they're going through this year, I'm disappointed, man. I don't know what to say, but thank God for you, man. With the NYYU, it's awesome, man. I'm glad that at least I got some, to hear what you do all the time. And if it wasn't for you, I would not be watching these Yankee games, man, to tell you the truth. But anyway, shout out to Jira, shout out to Rod Thompson, Anthony Garcia, Hirsch, and DJ Steels, and Angel Serrano, and mostly to yourself, boss. Take care, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye, brah.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you, and a little more thank yous. I'm seeing this guy, Manny, one up in the chat saying trade Jasson Dominguez, and he's injury prone. Let's continue on.
Good morning, and yo, what's up? Hey, Pete, NYY Underground Universe, how you guys doing? How you doing? Hey, listen, man. That was good. We came from behind and we beat these guys. Finally something good. But what a crap of shit, man. With the bad news that now we lost Jasson Dominguez. No matter what, now we definitely got to get Bellinger in here some way, somehow. We got to get Soto in here somehow. We got to do something, man, because all our chips are falling down. Like I said, we gotta shoot the witch doctor, bro. Somebody has us, like down and locked. Something's going on. But after having such a bad season, I'm hoping and praying that next year the Yankees will, come to a rise again. Hey, Pete, listen, man, I really appreciate what you're doing for Ra's father. I call him Ra. I had a family. Even though I don't know him in person, but I will soon. All you guys, man. Can't wait to give you guys a big-time bear hug. Even the Macho Man. Yeah! Hey, listen, like I was saying, I wrote to you on NYY Underground.
Yeah, I got that.
The email thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was letting you know that I'm also a World Trade Center first responder, survivor, got to rescue 119 people in that monstrous day. Very modest, very humble. I don't need nothing else from the federal government. And I really appreciate what you're doing, and even mentioning the veterans. I love that, bro. So keep on doing what you're doing. That's why you're respected and loved. And, that's why also NYYU is also respected and loved, man. Keep on doing what you're doing, my brother. Sometime soon, I'm hoping and praying to meet all you guys, man. So keep on rocking, and let's go Yankees. Bye-bye. God bless.
Thank you, Angel Serrano. We appreciate you, man. And of course, too, thank you for being a hero on 9/11. So many that obviously we can't mention everybody because there's so many of them. So many people, left everything behind and gave the ultimate sacrifice. And, and if they did not, they've had issues, since then. Very, very tough issues since then. So I wish there was a way to truly thank everybody, but I think by remembering, that is thanking. By remembering and never forgetting is something that is very, very important to continue to do. And that's what I know for a fact. Me running this company, that'll always be front and center in how we do our business.
Good morning, Pete, and the entire NYYU family. I was a little bit heartbroken yesterday when I found out about Dominguez, but I still think this is an opportunity for the Yankees to go out and improve next year. And by the way, this is Alex from LA. I think the Yankees can still go out and get Cody Bellinger. Bellinger can play center field he can play center field the whole year. We trade for Juan Soto, like I've been saying. He plays left field. Rizzo isn't coming back in 25. This might be the opportunity to keep Rizzo, for one more year. Rizzo comes back, he plays out the year. In 2025, the Martian gets center field. Cody Bellinger plays first, and we still have a team. We get Yamamoto. I know it's sad that this kid is going to have surgery, but it's still an opportunity for the team to improve. So he's not going to be gone, like you kept on saying. Pete, he's going to be back around, April, but knowing the Yankees, they're probably going to be cautious, and we probably won't see him until after the All-Star break. So sometime in July, So it's a good, it's good, bad news, good news, but I still think the Yankees will be better, more competitive in 2024 than they are this year. And Jasson Dominguez will be a part of it. Thank you. Have a great day and great show. Love you. Bye.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. And no, I'm there with you on that. I think at the end of the day, the Yankees are going to be overly, protective of Dominguez. And look, he's an asset. He's an asset. Here's a kid again that's going to be 21 next season. The timing of this is terrible. The timing of this sucks. But we do have an idea of what we have here. My only hope is that it is September 11th today. He gets the surgery in September. And that is, again, I know it sounds silly, but that is my concern with the New York Yankees, folks, is that you'll find out he got it in middle of October for some reason. Or, early November. Who the hell knows with this team? They never seem to do anything medically correct. Get this kid the surgery ASAP and let him get healthy. There's many ways of testing where he's at what point, and you can make the best judgment from there. But get him this surgery as soon as humanly possible. That is it. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to hear 3 weeks from now he's getting it. I don't want to hear a month and a half from now he's finally got surgery. Schedule the damn thing, put him under the knife, and start the process ASAP.
Hey, Pete, what's going on, my brother? Truth always, man.
Yeah.
God bless everyone in the chat. God bless you. God bless Jay. God bless everyone, man. God bless you guys all in Jesus' name. Man, I just want to say, man, that sucks, man. Jasson Dominguez, man. Wow. You just can't make this up, man. The Yankees are stuck, man, with this. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know, man. I think the Yankees are destined to lose till 2025, man. I don't know. Let's see what happens, man. Take care, bro.
Thank you, Truth Always. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's tough news. And yeah, Jocko, there is a game today. The Yankees play the Boston Red Sox. And like I said, guys, we are going to have a special game season tonight. So be sure to tune into it, guys. Be sure to show support. Ra Thompson is going to be on there with me, and we are going to be honoring Ra's father, who gave the ultimate sacrifice on 9/11. So I'm very much looking forward to having that game season live today. Very excited about it.
Hey Pete, it's Jacko.
My guy.
That's a really good new voicemail. I like that. One thing, what the hell is wrong with this medical staff team? Everybody gets hurt, and they always, it's not just a simple injury. It's always a career-threatening injury. I know Dominguez is not a career-threatening injury. He'll be fine, but with Rizzo and all that, it's just maddening. It really is. Some excitement for a couple of days there. That was nice. And it's over. Like you said, it's over. So, all right, brother. Take care.
Appreciate it, Jocko. Thank you so much for the voicemail, man. And look, there was regarding the Yankees injuries, there's an issue there, man. There's definitely an issue there, no doubt about it. The Yankees injuries are a concern. There was even a rumor out there recently that some of the players got very upset with the way that it was handled with Anthony Rizzo and how his situation was handled. And again, I can't make this up. That injury happened in May. It took that long for the Yankees to sit there and go, this guy, something's wrong, folks. Something is a problem. Think about that for a second. It took that long. That is absolutely insane. That is insane. We got a couple of more voicemails, then I got to dip out of here, guys.
Hey, Pete, how you doing? This is Marco here. Hope you're doing all right.
Yep.
Very disappointed with the Dominguez news yesterday. Obviously, the talent is there. We're excited to finally be able to see him, but we'll have to wait until hopefully at the earliest midway in 24. But, I want to talk about what the Yankees can do this winter. I think there'll be options available, obviously, as you said, but, in Bellinger, Jung-Hoo Lee, those are guys you can add. I'm hoping that they can add Yamamoto. I mean, this guy would be an absolute stud in the Yankees rotation.
Got to.
And obviously there's the Soto rumors that, hopefully can come to fruition this winter, but we'll see. But they definitely got to add. And it comes down to Hal Steinbrenner and how much money he's willing to spend. Because that's the only way the Yankees are really going to get better this winter, we have some kids that are going to help us, but it's going to come down to adding the veteran players, particularly left-handed bats, which is what we need. So hopefully, Hal comes to terms with that this winter, and we can add bats and whatever we need, and hopefully Yamamoto for sure. Just wanted to hear what you think about that, Pete. Take care. Have a great day.
Yeah, I mean, look, they got options. We know that already. You know what I mean? We know they have a lot of options, man. They got a lot of opportunity. They got a lot of players they got to add. And at the end of the day, it comes to, how much do they want to add? How much money are they going to spend? Is it going to be one of those off seasons where they're dropping about $70 million in payroll, but that also means, that's just from salaries. Are they going to move some players? Are they going to try to move salaries? Are they going to try to add prospects to move some salaries that they can add additional payroll? Maybe so. But again, it goes down to how creative will Brian Cashman be this offseason, and how much budget will he be allowed to work with also.
Hey, Pete and Sam, sorry. I guess I went too long in the prior message. Just to wrap up the thought, if the PRP works, then no surgery now at this point. So I think really it's going to be based on the degree of the tear. If it's completely torn or mostly torn, then yes, surgery. And I would agree with you in that circumstance. Don't wait. Get him into the operating room. Let him get operated. Let him start recuperation so that we can get some baseball activities, maybe by spring training. At 20, he can heal up from that completely and do really well.
Yeah.
All right. Much love and God bless to all of you in NYYU fam world. Be well. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. And I want to say that might have been Jeff J. Jeff J's a doctor, so he knows about this. A lot of people say I think it's called the PRP injection, which could also help heal it depending on how bad it is. And apparently, according to Boone, it's completely torn, I believe is what they were saying. It's a completely torn UCL. So again, I don't know the degrees of it. Not a doctor. I have no idea about any of that stuff. That's why I'm happy to have Jeff on, and that he can give that that insight that we can hear. But like he said, if it is completely torn, get in the room, get that surgery done. And he's a young man. He'll heal up quickly. He'll be ready to go again.
Hey, what's up, Pete? Man, it's truth always. I want to add to what you were saying about Soto, either Cody Bellinger or Soto.
Yep.
I think the Yankees have no choice but to get Soto. Because next year, I believe without Soto, it's going to be the same lineup we have right now. The Yankees have no choice. They need to get Soto right away. Get him to the Yankees right away. Make him happy. Give him what he wants when free agency comes around. But to sign him for 1 year for a few trades, let's go. Sky's the limit. They're not going to touch Dominguez. Dominguez is hurt, right? So now we don't have to worry about that. We don't trade Dominguez. We keep him because I want Dominguez and Soto together.
Yeah.
And Judge, think about the outfield. Wow. But I just want to share that with you. I agree with you. I think the Yankees need to get Soto without question. God bless everyone in Jesus' name. Peace and love to everyone in the chat.
Appreciate your truth always. Thank you so much, my friend. And guys, that is going to wrap up our show today. Again, All Rise is back on Wednesday for the remainder of the season, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. With that being said, we are going to get ready to wrap up. Guys, also remember we have a special game season live tonight. The Yankees are at Fenway Park. It is going to be a great, great game, but we are celebrating and remembering a great hero of 9/11 tonight, our good friend Rod Thompson's father. We're going to talk a lot about that today. Make sure you guys are there early. We may start a little early. Right now, the game is scheduled at 7:05. We may begin a little early. We'll verify all that as soon as we can. But with that being said, guys, again, have a great, great, great rest of your day. And again, God bless everybody. And I will see you guys a little later tonight. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for all the calls today. And thank you for all the love as always. Until next time, peace, baby.
I'm the main event, ain't no don't really see God as a competition, but if you go against me, you the opposition. But if you want to look like you can close the distance, I'ma give it A forever since you're so persistent. With you, I'm just practicing, cause I'm back to back, let's get back to winning. As a matter of fact, I'm not that forgiving, cause you did this to yourself, that's a bad decision.